Hey, it's Barry.
And Dave. And Dave and Grinch. What's your name, Grinch?
Jerry. And Dan.
Who have got
All right.
basically voluntold to wear hats today.
Merry Christmas,
Comment
everyone.
below the hats. Thumbs up the hats.
Comment.
Right?
You got to comment about this. This is a good one. This is a classic.
That's it. Well, we do want to wish everybody Merry Christmas. On a serious note, we want to thank everybody for hanging with us this last year. All the comments, all the subscribe, all the business you guys but taking Jerry and Dan on. We really appreciate that. We appreciate everything that they're doing as far as providing really good information for y'all. We've gotten some really good comments, really good feedback. Keep these guys busy. Quick note, Hooked on Headwaters Day. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, we've just revamped our website, so we've got a lot more information about the guides, these guys, all guide services. Pretty much we're going to work on becoming everything and all you need about fishing Headwaters and all the Headwaters Lake in this area. And that's what we're striving for. We're going to keep expanding it, but right now you can go to that website, www.hookedonheadwaters.com, and get their information, guide information, where to stay, our information about bow fishing, more information about this area. So keep track, check it out. And it's going to be updated week to week. We're adding more pictures, or a gallery of pictures for each of these guys for the from dink to dunk. That'll be on our website as well. So it's growing, and it's going to be an awesome website for the next year.
Yep, absolutely. And let's go ahead while we're at it and go ahead and talk about the contest. This week's contest, our Christmas giveaway. Let's get this in early because I know some of you guys, after a little while, tend to drift away, and we want to keep y'all engaged here. So hang with us for this one, Dave. Let's go ahead and talk about our giveaway. Christmas giveaway. As we mentioned last week, American Baitworks, we're hooked up with these guys. Phenomenal company. We've got some product that we're going to be able to do some stuff with.
Yep.
What are we doing?
We have been put together a little giveaway. It's a packet of American baits, lures, and products, but you need to do something on your end, Barry.
That's right. So this next week, Dan and Jerry are going to be taking pictures, scaled, of the bass that they're catching, and these are going to be the bigger bass, So in order to get the qualify or the chance to win, what you need to do is comment below with your best guess as to the pound and ounce weight of the biggest fish that's going to come out on their trips coming up from now until Thursday, when you watch this video, until Thursday. So if you think it's 8 pounds 6 ounces, make sure you put 8 pounds 6 ounces. You think it's going to be 10, 12, it's going to be 3 pounds 2 ounces, whatever your guess is, put in there. Yep. Whoever's the closest without going over.
Ooh,
closest without going over will win the prize pack.
By the way, one of the qualifiers is you must be a subscriber to the channel. That's the only thing we ask. So be a subscriber to the channel, and input the weight in the comment section below.
And there's no telling, because it's been crazy. Jerry's been, you'll see some pictures coming up. Jerry's been doing great. Dan, he went and did a little deer hunting, so he'll be back in full swing here, coming right up. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off.
Well, we just want to, you might have noticed we have a little change in scenery today. Today we are filming from Forks Marsh Bait and Tackle Shop. Their information is below. Great place to pick up your baits. Lots of live baits. Got a variety here. And come on down.
Yep.
We appreciate
the Felipe and say hi, and Alex, and tell them we said hi.
Yep. Alrighty.
Rock and roll.
I'm going back to the camera. Bye.
All right, guys. Happy with your hats?
We'll talk about that later.
They're complaining it wasn't in our contract. All right. Anyway.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and what we're going to wind up doing, folks, is we're going to do show and tell. or tell and show. Okay. So Jerry's going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to talk a little bit about how your week went, and while Jerry's doing that, you're going to see some pictures.
Okay. So this week I've been in Headwaters every day. Sunday and Monday I had a son fathers. Al was the father, Antonio and AJ were the two boys. We caught 40 fish each day. Both boys caught fish over 8 pounds. One son caught a fish 9 pounds 11 ounces. Just, I mean, fantastic days. 7 dozen, 8 dozen shiner days in 4 or 5 hours. That was Sunday and Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, I had another couple guys that came in from Ohio, Guy and Jimmy. Both of them caught fish over 8 pounds, 9 pound range, 40 fish days, and all these fish are in Headwaters. I never left Headwaters. I've been in Headwaters for the last 9 days straight, and every day's just been on fire. Fished again today with 3 guys that I fished with last year and the year before. 2 brothers, Tom and John, and Tom's son Connor. We didn't catch any giant fish today, but we probably ended up with 25 or 30 fish. The biggest one was about 5 pounds today. You can expect that because the weather, I mean, we had a southwest wind that was unbelievable a couple days ago. We had a northeast wind yesterday that was 30 miles an hour plus, so it changed things up a little bit. But overall, man, I mean, we've just been hammered down. I mean, we've just been catching fish, record sizes, record numbers. So it's been good, man. It's been a good 8-9 days.
Yeah. Nope, I've been seeing the pictures. Jerry sends them over. He's getting. I'm like, oh, I need to be out there on the boat with you.
And some of these fish, man, are already starting. I mean, these females are starting to load up with eggs. I mean, they're just big. They're big. They're healthy. And they're there, man. I mean, they're there. They're in the right places right now, right where they're supposed to be. Sandy bottom areas, 2 to 6 foot, hydrilla ledges, a lot of sawgrass. I mean, they're where they're supposed to be. They're starting to do their stuff right now.
Good deal. Yep. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the pictures there that you're going to be seeing there. Dan, you went hunting.
I went hunting. I did have a trip the day before I left last week with Farrell and his wife Sheila, come down from North Carolina for the as Appalachia State played Kentucky down in the bowl game. They came down for that and did a quick trip, fishing trip with me. We had great people, great time. Caught a lot of fish. It was all shiners that day. I didn't keep track of the numbers. We caught a lot of fish. Our average size that day was probably around 3 pounds. So we had more fish over 3 pounds than small ones. So Jerry and I were talking about that earlier, that he's having a good average size as well. I had a trip out today. We just had a 4-hour today. It was a combination of artificial and shiners, and we did pretty good today. Nothing big though, like Jerry's saying. I didn't catch anything over 2 3/4, not quite 3 pounds. We had a good day. 2 guys. I was Nick and Alex, and enjoyed fishing with those guys. And I'll send some pictures.
Yeah, right on.
For that too, so Dave can put them on. But it was good. Yeah, I was deer hunting this past week up in Georgia. Took one of my kids deer hunting for his first trip. Didn't kill any deer, but we nearly froze. You know,
Yep.
When you're going to the tree stand and it's 41 degrees and raining, it's pretty miserable. You know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
I know a lot of the guys that are watching us definitely are into the deer hunting. So hey, if you got something, you've taken one down this year, let us know in the comment below where you got it, what it turned out to be. Because we like to hear all the reports on deer as well.
Oh yeah.
So let us know for sure. All right, and when it comes to the bow fishing side of things, we were out with Brian and Chuck. Had a great time with those guys. They came over from middle of the state. We got out and they shot some really nice fish. You'll see some pictures of those. Nice big tilapia, Solomon.
Big fish.
Oh yeah.
8-10 pound fish. Big tilapia y'all got.
We had a good time with those guys. Really enjoyed the company. Did a little lake tour run around because they're going to start coming over and doing some fishing. So and we kind of cruised around and showed some different spots. So just a great time overall. So if you are interested in doing a bow fishing trip, something different, or if you're looking for that, hey, I need to learn the lake, you know, kind of show me around, you need a trip like that, we'll do those as well, and kind of show you all around from the north to the south. Wherever you're interested in learning, we can do that as well. So yeah, I had a great time with those guys. Thanks a lot. Merry Christmas to them. Okay, so Davis House Inn. We always mention these guys. We mention them for very, very good reason. They are a Beautiful place to stay, right on the intercoastal waterway. They've got a dock to go down to the river, so when you get done fishing on the freshwater, you can just go hang out on the dock, fish out there if you want to. They've got restaurants within walking distance, lots of stuff to do, bars, and just everything right there. Great place for the family to stay. The rooms they're big, they're clean. Kyle would absolutely take care of you over there. Great place. So information below.
I just had 2 customers, Guy and Jimmy, stayed there 3 nights. Actually, I took them both out to dinner last night at the Crab Stop, which is right down from the Davis house.
Yep.
And they were absolutely just impressed with the accommodations, the rooms, everything. It's a good place. They kept their boat there, charged their batteries there. So they actually brought a boat with them, and they're fishing right now by themselves in the boat. But they loved the Davis house. They said it was an awesome place.
Yeah. Mention hook on Headwaters, get a discount. Kyle's more than happy to do that. So yeah, we can't recommend them high enough. They're just great people and good place to stay. All right, folks, we're going to cover a couple quick tips here in this week's episode. We're going to jump over to Jerry, who's going to talk about the lake. Take it away.
So this week is a prime example of why you can't come here and fish on a Monday and expect to come back on a Tuesday and it look exactly the same.
Yeah.
The lake has looked pretty much the same for the last couple weeks, but that doesn't mean anything. We had a 40-mile-an-hour southwest wind Tuesday, and then we had a 38-mile-an-hour northeast wind yesterday. And everything that looked like it looked at the beginning of the week does not look like that now. So you can't come here and do a good thing on Monday and think, okay, well, I'm going to fish here and here and here because I did well, and think that it's going to be the same when you come back. This lake is constantly changing, especially this time of year. You get these fronts that come in, 48 degrees this morning. Yesterday morning it was 58 degrees. It's a 10, 12 degrees difference in one day. I mean, that changes things. It changes the parameter of the fishing. It changes where they are. It changes what they're doing. And when you get these winds like this that go back and forth from one direction to another, it tosses the place around. So just don't expect to come here one day and it be this and then come back a week later and it still look like that, because things change here a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Dave and I have experienced that back in the day. And for those guys that are brand new to the area and just starting to fish that, make it a point to knock your waypoints down where the flag is,
Yes.
the end of the S Canal, the east-west, where the flag is, some key points around the lake. So that way, no matter where you are, if you do get turned around, because we know that can happen, you can always, get back to those key waterways, whether it's the West Canal or whatever. So
you come down the S Canal and turn to the East-West Canal, and you branch off there down the 45 Canal, and you're like, okay, well, there's a 100-yard football-sized island that's right up here, and then you get up there and you're like, hold on a second.
Yeah, where to go?
Where's this island? Well, that island is a quarter of a mile on the other side of the lake.
Yeah.
So you just pay attention to where you're at, pay attention to what's going on. If you've got electronics on your boat, use them.
Yep.
You got Google Map, whatever like that. Just mark your position, find out where you are. Find out where, if you get turned around in there or something like that, there's a lot of dikes. I mean, it's a square. I mean, it's not really a square, but it's diked off. You're always, if you go far enough in any direction, you're going to run into a road, a dike. And then just, work your way around and find your way back to where you're wanting to be, because it's just never the same.
Absolutely. All right, Dan, what you got?
So kind of adding on to what Jerry's talking about there, these cold temperatures, temperature shifts, things are a-changing. A tip that some of you may know, some of you may not, is artificial wise, is bait selection. Sometimes what you need to do when you get like this cold snap like this, the fish can, in some cases, kind of get lockjaw, and you have to do something different to get a bite. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll downsize, specifically like soft plastics, I'll downsize. I'll go with, say, a straight tail style worm like a Cinco or a trick worm.
Yep.
Something without all this motion and activity like a curly tail worms. I do better on that in more than warmer months. Subtle is the key word. Subtle baits.
No vibration, less vibration, subtle.
Yep. And that would be something for these guys who are looking to get a bite. Like, sometimes you just get out there and it's tough. Things are like Jerry's saying. You were here yesterday, and you smashed them, and then the wind blows and the temperature drops and the fish are just not where they were yesterday.
Yep.
And things have gotten really difficult. It's time for me is to break out the Cinco, the trick worms, you know, subtle baits that can draw some strikes and some bites when other things just won't do it.
Yeah, right.
Yesterday we fished shiners, and when the shiners were gone, you know, I mean, the trip wasn't over. They still had time on their trip. And, you know, we went over to the Sawgrass Islands and started throwing rattle traps. And I mean, we started catching smaller fish, buck bass, you know, what I call a buck bass, you know, 1.5 pound fish. We started catching fish after fish after fish after fish after fish. And then today we did the same thing, same place, same baits. They're not having it.
And see, now that's like on the other end of the spectrum, but in the same condition. So when you have a situation where you feel like, man, I got to downsize, or I'm trying to, you can't buy a bite. So I'm downsizing my soft plastics, or I jump into a reaction style bait. That's like why the rattle traps work so well. It's a reaction strike. That's why punching works so well. It's, you know, you put it in their face, and he's either going to bite it or he's not. So you got two different ways to go about it. You can go the finesse route or go the reaction bite route. That's right.
Very good. Try it out, guys. You're out there getting skunked. Definitely take these guys' advice and switch them up and see if that doesn't change your day, because chances are it's going to. So we always talk about the Davis House, but we have a new sponsor that we took on board, and we are super happy about these guys, and it would be Blue Cypress Lakeside Cabin. So if you're looking for that something different, a place to go where you can stay, leave your boat in the water, out the back door, all you have to do is get up in the morning, get your hot cup of coffee, walk out the back door, step down in your boat, and take off into one of the prettiest lakes in the area and start fishing. That is definitely the place to stay. Really nice room set up, refrigerator, stoves, everything you need as far as staying out there for a couple days. Like I said, great lake to fish in.
Beautiful lake.
Yep. The fishing started definitely coming back. I know for a while, you know, it was like, nothing's going on in Blue Cypress, but we're getting more and more and more reports of people catching really nice quality fish out there. And it's just a nice break away from it. You feel like you're in a totally different, I don't know,
different
totally
world
from society, right?
100 years ago,
that's what it is.
It looks like it did 100 years ago. Well, I say that, I wasn't here 100 years ago, but I can tell you 25 years ago, the lake looks exactly the same today.
It's like it's a time capsule.
It
is 100% old Florida. That's what it is.
Sir.
Cypress trees, cattails, sawgrass, lily pads. I mean, it's
but no hydrilla. There's not a stitch of hydrilla in the lake.
Zero hydrilla.
So
it's just a beautiful place.
So you guys that are in places that you have a fishery that's a tremendous amount of cypress trees, wood, you'd probably shine on Blue Cypress, because it's a different fishery than Headwaters, Stick Marsh, Garcia, any other lake in this area.
It really is. It's an original lake. It doesn't have any of that hydrilla, none of that matted stuff in it.
Real dark coffee colored water. Not coffee with milk in it, but like black coffee. It's real tannic water, and just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful lake.
You get up in Big M.
So pretty, and off to Zigzag. I mean, those two areas are just back in time.
It is, man.
I can just picture, like, you know, the American
Indians in canoes.
Exactly. It's like, wow, this is really cool.
And Dave had mentioned in a video a couple weeks ago or last week, you can take a kayak or something like that, and you can just weave in and out of them cypress trees. I mean, it's just a beautiful place.
But a safety tip, I don't mean to cut you off, but safety tip for Blue Cypress: if the wind blows, you have to be careful. In small boats or kayaks, it gets extraordinarily rough.
It's shallow.
Keep that in mind. It's like a big bowl, and it gets very rough. There's been a lot of people that sunk boats out there, small john boats and things. Check your forecast before you venture out on the lake, especially with a kayak or a small john boat.
It's a shallow lake, so it does get rough when the wind blows.
But information down below. Get hold of Jim over there. Great guy. They're going to take care of you. Absolutely. They're just phenomenal hosts, and they've got everything you could possibly need, and whatever you need. If you don't have it, they'll make sure you're taken care of. So check out their information below. Get out there and stay out there. Super good rates too. That's another thing. Really good rates. With that, I think we're probably going to go ahead and wrap up this edition of Hooked on Headwaters. But don't forget, stop on down here, see Felipe at Stick Marsh Bait and Tackle. They will have some pictures. We'll have his address and all his information.
He got shiners, got minnows, got crickets, everything you need.
Everything you need.
Yep. And some baits as well.
Yes.
Soft plastic.
Before we leave, I've got to do this. Hold on. Oh man!
He's trying to dent my head.
His brain.
All right. Yes, sir.
That's why he has the Grinch hat.
I am. Listen, I'm the honorary one out of the bunch.
Oh no! All right, enough of that. I can only take but so much. Wait. Okay.
I got my pistol. You want me to shoot it?
This is
Kill it?
insane.
Put it out of its
In
misery.
all seriousness, we want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Please, please don't forget what we celebrate and who we celebrate. It is the greatest gift that we received. It's a gift of love, of peace, of joy. It's the gift of Christ. And it don't matter if you've been on the naughty or nice list. That's what the beauty of this gift. It really doesn't matter. No matter how bad you are, how good you are. It's a gift of love and it's a gift of grace. So make sure you keep that in mind as you celebrate this weekend, and God bless you and your families.
God bless you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a great New Year.
So long.
Merry Christmas.
Week.
Bye-bye.